Today we're going to be going over how to properly close out your day. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log into the software here. Now what you first want to do is you actually want to close your shift. So this can be accomplished from this screen here at the top right, or you can also do this from your walk-in order, and there's a button at the bottom of the screen that says Start in Shift. Now this process involves you counting exactly how much money is in that shift or that cash order. It's going to take into account the amount of money that you started off with, which in this case here, you can see I started with $150. It's then going to total out your exact cash sales, and then anything else that needs to be added to this list, it will be added, and then it will give you the amount that you should have in your drawer. Which this point here is telling me that I should have a total of $435. So on the right side, you're going to have the ability to calculate all the pennies, the nickels, dimes, all the way down to hundreds. And you can even include your cash tips if you like. In this case here, I'm just going to put in $435, and that evens out to exactly the amount that I should have. If it's different, I highly recommend you put in exactly what you have in your drawer, even if it is over or short, so that way the report will reflect on your overage or how much you're actually short by. So I'm going to hit OK here. I'm going to hit yes to continue. And then that's going to close out my shift. Now this is also going to need to be done on your other stations. So if you do have another station that has a shift or that has a cash drawer, then you would definitely want to use that as well. The next thing you want to do is you want to ensure that all of your orders are closed out. You probably want to do that before you close out your shift, but to do this, you want to go into your open order and click on the exact order and make sure it's closed out. In this case here, I'm just going to go ahead and close this out, and this one as well. So once you've completed that process, the next thing you want to do is you want to go into your operations, and then you can click where it says day in. So I'm going to click on day in here, and then it's sometimes going to give you this prompting. If you don't have everyone off the clock while you're doing this process, then you're going to get a list of all the employees that are still on the clock. In this case, I am still on the clock, as you can see. So I'm going to hit OK here, and then I can clock myself out. Now, if you had a scenario where there were other employees that are still clocked in, but they've already left. So instead of you going to Cypher and find out what their access code is and clock them out, at that moment, you can just go ahead and use what's called emergency clock out. And this will actually force the employee off the clock. So in this case, I'm just going to clock out myself. I'm going to put a receipt. And then now I'm clocked out, I can go and click back on the day in. And then this prompting here is because my system is set up to where if I do my day in, it also batches out my credit cards. Now, if you don't have this feature enabled, then you probably won't see this screen. Or if you do, it'll allow you to batch out your credit cards and complete the entire day in process. So what's going to happen here is it's going to give me what's called the expected deposit. This is the amount of money that you've collected in cash sales that you want to deposit either to your bank or to a safe. In this case, it's calculated I should have $306.31. Now, if that amount is different, then you would definitely want to type that in for the reports and records. If it's exactly how much you should have in a deposit, then just continue, hit OK, and then hit yes to confirm. Now this will print out a long report that will tell you exactly what you've done in sales and taxes. It even breaks it down by department and your clock ins. If you want to recover that report, you can go into your operations reports, and then you want to scroll down in the sales category to a report called the day in report. From here, it's going to tell you the exact time that you did it. You can click back on it, and this allows you to either view it as a full report or as a receipt, or even display it on the screen, or you can print it out. So as you can see, this is what the report's going to look like on the day in report. Now, one thing you want to know about the day in report, or the day in general, is that it is timestamped. This is very good for bars that they close at around 2 o'clock in the morning, because the day in reports from the last time it was completed. So if you completed your day in the exact same time, let's say 9 o'clock the day before, then this is going to be very accurate because it's going to show the entire day was done. But if you skip the day, let's say you skip 2 days in a row, the next time you do your day in, it's going to calculate those 2 days together as one. So you want to make sure you're doing your day in every single day, because if not, you may have some miscalculations in there. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call back at 888-405-8706. We'll always be here.